Well, I've had to be wearing a silly outfit 2 weeks in a row, but I've just got back from the beach. I've been there for a week. It was wonderful. Anyway, spending all this time on the water kind of reminded me of an unfinished project. Yes, another one. Now this one you will have seen in the background of a couple of videos when filming in the backyard, because, well, it's been there for a very long time, like a few other things. Anyway, let me introduce to you the Blue Canoe. Now, the whole design is a sprite, I believe, often referred to as a jet sprite, but that's not it, apparently. It was basically a 1980s jet sprint boat, but without the huge engine or the huge jet unit. It's got a little 6-inch unit on the back, and it worked quite well with the Datsun 1600 engines they were generally produced with. However, my boat was specified to have a Celica 18RGU, which was way too heavy for the boat, and according to Doan Waterjets, who built it originally, it was an absolute dud from the factory. So that motor only lasted about a month before it spun a big end bearing, and we spent more time in that month paddling it than driving it, so yeah, it was a dud for me too. Then I went travelling overseas, and after that I stripped it down to rebuild it. My house got flooded, then I moved house 2 more times, parts got spread out, and I generally lost interest in the project. That was in 2012. Now, I've regained my interest after spending a week at the beach, and, well, first thing we need to do is drag it out of the grass. Get the jet unit stripped apart, make sure it spins freely with all right bearings, and then have a look at the steering. So let's get on with that. There is so much grass in here. I do believe that I'm going to have to split this apart to get all the grass out. Maybe I should just set fire to it. I think it's time for the micro adjustment tool. Good thing I brought one with me. You could see this one down here. You didn't say anything, did you? Cheeky buggers. Woohoo! Well, now they've got some grass out of it, this thing seems to spin fairly freely, and it also spins the right direction to hook up to a engine fairly easily. So, next step, I'll pull the grate out, get the rest of this grass out, I'll seal this back up, and we'll just pretend it's good. It is good. It's just the bearing in the front feels a little rough, just a tiny bit, but it's still good. Well, that is stuffed. I can possibly rebuild the casing and put the gears and stuff back in, but as it sits, this is not steering anything. Steering, not as important as other things, I guess, so let's just keep going. What? You gotta pull the plants out. Here you go. Oh. Heck, they're stuck. Well, there you go, a couple of plants for you. Well, I've got it apart, mostly with hammers, and then I've spent a couple of days getting this working again. So this actually moves now, To start with, I had to hit the end of it with a hammer to get it to each direction. Then once it started to free up, I got in there with some penetrance and all sorts of fun stuff. So this bit's good. So now we need to focus on this piece. Now it's an odd dimension, it's 40mm by 35, and well, nobody makes that. So what I've got is a piece of galvanized steel. It's 40 by 40 with a 2mm wall, so the inside dimension is the same. So this piece fits. So all I need to do with this is put this slot in it, put these holes in it, and then put these sort of brackets on the sides. How hard could it be? Now you'll see in here that there's a seam in the steel, and all steel has this unless you spend a lot of money on seamless. Have you inspected it, Cameraman O?
Yes.
Alright. Now, so what Cameraman O was just inspecting was this tiny little seam that's in here. Now pretty much all steel has it unless you actually spend a lot of money on seamless or DOM tubing. Now that would make a mess of the bottom piece here, and we don't want that. So that's now going to be the top of the box, and this side will be the bottom. So I've just got to notch this piece into here and then roll it over and start drilling holes. So that is the Blue Canoe. Now, I know I shouldn't start another project. Anyway, it has a working jet unit, it has working steering, it just needs some working seats and a working motor. Now, I'm planning on using the motor out of the CB600 Hornet because it makes enough power and as many revs as I would like. So, that's not going to be the next video. And the bits is not going to be next either, so yeah. Long-time subscribers will know what's happening next. So, it's going to be a very busy time for me in the shed quarters and out of it. So, yeah. Just enjoy it, please. And as always, customize everything. It's 35 degrees today, so me and the shed corgi are going to go find some more water. Shed corgi like this very much.